on, y'all? Sports Talk back at it with another video. Okay, I'm gonna try to be a little. Gonna wait for you guys to get into the live stream, talking some NFL training camp, NFL season in full swing. So let's just wait for everybody to get into the live stream. I can't wait to talk to you guys. What's good? What's good? What's good? Pop up in the chat, man. Let's talk. Let's debate. Oops, let me turn this off for a second. All right. So I'm talking NFL training camps, as you guys can see the title, but we'll talk Bears training camp as well. We'll talk NBA, of course, if you guys have questions and stuff. But I appreciate it. Yo, Ricardo, on that, by the way, you can go check it out. The short answer is no. Not likely. Driving Junkie, love the videos, my man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that so much. James, what's up, man? What's good, James? What's popping? So, basically wanted to come on and just talk about the opening of NFL training camps. I know I'm a little late on this, but you know what they say, better late than never, but never late is better. And wanted to talk about the three sort of major holdouts going on right now with the NFL. And then I'll get into the Bears real quick. So just hang on with the Bears questions. I'll get into that in a second. I just want to talk about my thoughts on those three holdout situations going on with Zeke, with Melvin Gordon, and with Michael Thomas. I know there's a few other players, but those are the biggest names. And I'll start with Ezekiel Elliott. And here's my thing. Zeke, of course, we know he has 2 years left on his contract. And he is not reported to training camp for the Cowboys. He still hasn't done it. Now we are still about a month away from the NFL season, so plenty of time for both sides to sit down and figure out a contract, okay? But here's my thing, because everybody's given their take on if Zeke should be given a contract by the Cowboys. Who's the most important player on the Cowboys? And here's where I stand with Ezekiel Elliott. He is the best player on the Dallas Cowboys. There is no doubt about that. Dak Prescott is good, but he is not top 3 at his position like Ezekiel Elliott, okay? I will just say that. So to me, what I would do if I was the Dallas Cowboys is I would try to sign Zeke, okay? But here's my thing. If I'm signing Zeke, then I have to sign Dak and Amari, right? And now you're like, Vaz, how can you pay all 3 of them top dollar? Well, this is the one issue with signing Zeke and not signing the other guys. If you sign Zeke, you're basically saying, hey, listen, I'm okay with all of the off-the-field issues that have come up. I haven't really had those issues off the field, even if they haven't been as good. So you're basically telling those guys and the rest of the team, yeah, I don't care how you guys act off the field. You'll still get paid, okay, as long as you produce on the field. I don't know if that's a precedent you want to set, but again, this is Jerry Jones. We know what he is capable of. But for the most part, if you are the Dallas Cowboys and you think that they can get to the Super Bowl without Ezekiel Elliott, I don't know what you've been watching the last 2 years. Listen, can you replicate Ezekiel Elliott's production for a game or two? Sure. Darren McFadden came in, had decent games for the Cowboys. They've had Alfred Morse, who they just signed today. Levante, thank you for pointing that out. But for the most part, you want to talk about replicating Ezekiel Elliott's production over the entire season? Yeah, that's not happening. No running back that's on the free agent market right now is going to do that, okay? Or you're going to have to trade for somebody, okay? So you are not doing that. The Cowboys are one of the few teams in the NFL that go off of the run versus going off of the pass. Everybody wants to talk about the running back position has been devalued, and absolutely has. Absolutely has. But when you have a star running back, you pay unless you believe that much in the quarterback. And this is the decision Dallas has to make. If they believe that much in Dak Prescott, go ahead. Don't sign Ezekiel Elliott. Let's see if Dak can carry the Cowboys. Because let's compare it to the Bears situation, right? Because everybody knows with the Bears, we traded Jordan Howard before we signed him to a big-time contract, right? And that is really the way to do things. The right way to do things is to draft a running back, use him up. We had Jordan Howard for 3 seasons, I believe, and we traded him. Now we got David Montgomery on a rookie deal his first year, and we expect him to be good. And if he turns out to be good, Hey, we got him for another 3-4 seasons on a rookie deal. And now you can spend the other money on other positions like quarterback when Mitch is up for a new deal, like defense, et cetera, et cetera. That is the ideal way to do things in today's NFL. But you've got a star running back like Ezekiel Elliott. You've built your whole offense around him. You can't tell me now, after building your whole offense, that we're going to say, okay, we're changing everything up. Okay, we're just going to do Dak to Amari, and we don't need Zeke anymore. Because the last 2 seasons, it's Zeke or bust. This man has led the NFL in rushing 2 of the past 3 seasons, and if he did not get suspended, he would have led the NFL in all 3 seasons in rushing, okay? The Cowboys go as Ezekiel Elliott goes, okay? So that's all I have to say in terms of whether or not the Cowboys should pay Zeke. I believe for what the Cowboys are and for what they need to pay Ezekiel Elliott because of the way their offense runs off of him. Other teams, their offenses run off of him. If you had Ezekiel Elliott on the Seahawks, I would say don't pay him. Russell Wilson's good enough, okay? So that's where I'm at with Ezekiel Elliott. Let's see what happens. Ultimately, I do believe they will work something out. Now let's switch over real quick to Melvin Gordon, okay? And I'll get to the questions in a second. So go ahead and ask those questions, but I'm going to get to that right after I talk about the Melvin Gordon situation as well. With Melvin Gordon, it's a little different, okay? Melvin Gordon is exactly what I just mentioned is if I'm the Chargers, I'm not paying Melvin Gordon. I'm sorry. My offense can't function without him. Phillip Rivers can absolutely function without Melvin Gordon. And not to mention, I've got a deep back rotation in my backfield with an Austin Eckler, with a Justin Jackson. And these guys have averaged 4 or 5 yards a carry. They've shown the production that Melvin Gordon has had. Oh, and we've gone undefeated without Melvin Gordon. Okay, so to me, I'm taking my sweet time with Melvin Gordon. He wants to hold out, that's fine, but I'm not paying him because, like I said, my offense can live without him. The Cowboys' offense cannot live without Zeke, as far as what we've been shown, okay? If all of a sudden Jason Garrett and the Cowboys have a new offense that's going to work without Zeke and Dax, this new quarterback that we haven't seen the past 2-3 seasons, okay, let's see it. But until then, the Cowboys run and go as Ezekiel Elliott goes. You can't say that for the Chargers, so take your time on Melvin Gordon if you are the Chargers because, again, you have backups and you've got an elite quarterback in Phillip Rivers, okay? And I wanted to talk about Michael Thomas, but people are saying that he already got a new deal. Is that true, guys? Can you confirm? I did not hear that. Usually I do get the notifications on my phone. So did Michael Thomas get a new deal? Zeke holding out is interesting. Yes, just talking about the Cowboys just re-signed Alfred Morris, so they're probably anticipating hold out into the season. Yeah, never hurts to, of course, just get as much insurance as possible. I know Alfred Morris averaged like 5 yards a carry for the Cowboys, but let's get your thoughts, guys, on this as well, because to me, how are you not going to pay Ezekiel Elliott when you've built your whole offense around him? He wants Todd Gurley money because he's actually been better than Todd Gurley the past couple of seasons. Okay, folks, he's been the best running back since he entered the NFL. Okay, he deserves Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell money. Absolutely. Okay, so to me, I don't understand it. I think he absolutely should get paid by the Cowboys. Okay, that's my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think as well. Let's switch over to the Bears training camp real quick. I don't know if you guys have been watching or seen the Bears training camp. By the way, if you guys can share this live, Kasim, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Please, if you guys can share this live, we can get as many people in here as possible. That'd be great. By the way, I was checking if the Michael Thomas new deal has been announced, but I don't see it anywhere. But real quick on Michael Thomas, and I'll get to the Bears in 1 second. Yeah, thank you, Sayed. I didn't see anything. I just checked Twitter, so fake news, whoever said that Michael Thomas got a new deal. You absolutely pay Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is one of the top 5 receivers in the league. You've got Drew Brees, who's I don't know how many years he has left, but you absolutely want to maximize the years he has left in the NFL. I would say Michael Thomas is in the elite category with DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham Jr. And I would have put A.J. Green in that class as well, but of course he always tends to get hurt, so maybe we can slip him out. But with those 4 receivers, Michael Thomas is the 5th guy. He's that elite, okay? So absolutely, you pay Michael Thomas whatever he wants. He is that damn good, okay? So that takes care of it. So just to recap, I'm paying Zeke if I'm the Cowboys because I built the offense around him. I'm not paying Melvin Gordon if I'm the Chargers because I can live without Melvin Gordon. Now let's switch over to the Bears. Everybody wants to know how are the Bears looking, and here's the thing, folks. Follow me on Twitter because I do post as many updates as I can. I don't know if you guys have already followed me. A few of you guys are, but I do tweet quite a bit. Definitely use it more than Instagram, but follow me on Instagram as well. So I tweeted this quote. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yes, probably can. I'll read it out to you. Where Chase Daniel basically praised Mitch Trubisky. He said, Bears QB. So talking about Mitch, this is what Chase Daniel, our backup quarterback, said about Mitch Trubisky so far in training camp. There is a night and day difference from last season. Quote, he's not just learning the offense, he's running the offense. End quote. If that does not make you feel good as a Bears fan about Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears in general, I don't know what will. Literally, I couldn't have said it better myself. Mitch is not learning the offense, he's running the offense. And that is what is exciting me. There was a video of him throwing a sweet pass, a sweet dime down the right sideline to Taylor Gabriel. He just put it right in the breadbasket. And I'm thinking, man, I can't wait for the season to start because these haters out there that think Mitch Trubisky cannot throw the football. And I was the first one to admit that he's got accuracy issues, but to come and think that he can't throw the damn football, like how dumb can you be? Okay, there's a difference between not being as accurate sometimes versus the ability. Mitch has always had the ability, but to think that he can't throw the football, he's got every tool in the toolbox. Okay, so to me, Mitch has been looking very good in practice. Yes, he's thrown interceptions, but look at the defense he's playing. The Bears defense, which is one of the best in the NFL. So I kind of want both things to happen because if Mitch doesn't throw interceptions, does that mean our defense isn't as good? So to me, I'll take both of them. And so I'm not worried about that at all because every time, it's an interception, the Bears defense playing well, and if Mitch is able to get a touchdown, that means he is showing improvement. So Mitch looking great. David Montgomery, I follow a lot of beat writers for the Bears, and everybody keeps saying David Montgomery already, to beat reporters that have watched Bears training camp from day one, David Montgomery already they're saying is better than Jordan Howard. Now again, I don't know if I'm willing to go that far that quickly, like Jordan Howard in his going to the fourth season, I believe, versus a rookie running back in David Montgomery. That's a huge thing to say, but that's what the reporters are saying. And here's the thing. I have a saying that I like, which is I'm brilliant because I know I'm not. When I like to defer to beat reporters because they watch and they know, sometimes I like to see what they're saying. This is what they've been saying, okay? David Montgomery, folks, is looking very, very good, and I told you guys he will absolutely take the starting job. I believe we're going to start with a three-headed backfield, which is going to be, of course, a committee with Tariq Cohen, Mike Davis, and David Montgomery, but then eventually David Montgomery is going to steal the starting job. And I'm telling you right now, if you guys play fantasy football, by the way, I did have the video up for my league. It did fill up. And we don't have any spots anymore. But I was going to say David Montgomery is an absolute steal. He is going to be a solid RB2. And by the way, real quick on that, if you guys didn't get in the league, I was also thinking about opening up another 20-man league, but it was going to be more of a money league where there's a buy-in. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, or I could just do another 20-man league if there's enough interest. Okay, just so let me know in the comments if you guys want that. But David Montgomery looking fantastic by all accounts in training camp. So very excited for that. He's a steal. So I'm loving it. Okay. And then finally, real quick, and I'll get to the questions next, is the Bears receiving corps, right? Of course, with Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson has been unbelievable in training camp. to me, Allen Robinson is absolutely going to easily smash 1,000 yards this season. I'm looking at upwards of 1,200. That would be my prediction. And he's another guy that you could steal in the late rounds in fantasy. He's going to get a boatload of targets. He's going to get a boatload of yardage, and he's going to absolutely dominate. I'm predicting a Pro Bowl season for Allen Robinson if he stays healthy. Knock on wood. Do it again. If he stays healthy, I think Allen Robinson does really, really well. So let's get to the questions now, folks, and let's talk about this. So if you have a question on the NFL holdouts, if you have a question on the Bears, if you have a question on even the NBA, we can talk about it. Just let me know in the comment section. Sayed, what about the interception he threw with the deep ball? Left it hella short. What I say, man, listen, the Bears defense is playing well if Mitch throws an interception. I know I'm cherry picking here, but you get my point. I'm not worried. I remember that Chicago press conference, and it was so many Bears fans killing Mitch. I took notes. Yeah, Judah, absolutely. But I don't know if they're true Bears fans if they're killing Mitch. And here's the thing, not killing Mitch in the sense that you're not a true Bears fan if you criticize him, but hating on Mitch. Hating on Mitch is what I'm talking about, where people think that he is incapable of doing things we've literally seen. Like I saw on Twitter, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, people talking about Mitch can't throw left. Are you kidding me? Did you not watch last season? The game against Tampa Bay, he threw like 6 touchdowns, with 3 or 4 of them were to the left. I don't know. Did I watch a different NFL season than a lot of other folks? I don't know. Okay, yeah. So again, this is where I call haters. If you guys follow Louis Riddick, he's a great follow on Twitter. He's on ESPN NFL. He's worked in front offices. He picked the Bears last year to win the Super Bowl. Of course, we would have had a shot if Cody Parkey wanted to be a respectable kicker, but he decided not to. But point being is he's very high on Mitch Trubisky, and his nickname for Mitch is Maserati Mitch, which I do like. So he's a good follow, and he'll tell you. I trust him. He's one of those football minds that I trust, and he believes in Mitchell Trubisky. And I told you guys, I don't know everything. That's why I defer to a lot of the football experts as well. I study and research as much as possible, but you got to listen to the guys that also have as much knowledge or more so. And he says Mitchell Trubisky is good. I know Mitch is good. It's just he's got to clean up some things, but the ability's never been a question. James Holman, iron sharpens iron. Absolutely, man. That's what I'm saying. Defense, offense for the Bears now worried. How's Eddie Jackson looking in training camp? He's been looking great. Just saw the NFL.com rankings. I believe Eddie Jackson was 30th, came in 30th. The NFL.com is doing the player rankings, so they're revealing all the player rankings. Eddie Jackson, 30th best player, as voted, I believe, by the players. I believe this is by the players. So that was great. One of the best safeties, if not the best safety, in the NFL right now. Why the hating on Mitch? I just went over that for you guys. You think Montgomery will have some fumbles this season? Sure. I mean, it's expected that you'll have maybe 1 or 2, maybe more. But yeah, he's a rookie running back. He's going to have his struggles. But to me, he's an asset at this point just because of his contract. Okay. So I absolutely believe in him. What do you think about the nickel position, Skrine or Shelley? I'm seeing Buster Skrine, that he's probably going to win the starting job. Again, Shelley's a rookie. Buster Skrine is a veteran, and he's had some struggles in the past, but I do believe he will get the first shot to start. Do you think David Montgomery will win Rookie of the Year? He absolutely has that opportunity. The only down season, that was one of my bold predictions in my bold prediction video. But as far as him winning Rookie of the Year, I get scared because he's a running back, and so you've got quarterbacks out there. Of course, the number 1 pick, Kyler Murray, is the biggest threat. Another guy that I'm looking at, Josh Jacobs on the Raiders. He's also a running back. He's going to get a ton of touches, okay? Like, David Montgomery has a little bit of competition at the beginning. Tariq Cohen and Mike Davis. Josh Jacobs has no competition. He's about to get the starting job, okay? Marshawn Lynch is gone. That is his job. So he's going to get every opportunity. But your question was chance. Absolutely. He has a chance to win Rookie of the Year. Will he win Rookie of the Year? I will say right now, no, but I do think he will lead the rookies in rushing. Skrine is doing good. Shelley's overachieved. Skrine will pay his money. That's a good point, Judah. Yeah, we paid Skrine money. We didn't pay him to sit around and do nothing, okay? What about Anthony Miller? Anthony Miller, folks. I don't know how much I can praise him. I'm his biggest fan, folks. Anthony Miller. I've been driving the Anthony Miller bandwagon since he was drafted. So I don't know if you guys need to hear me praise about him more, but let me just do it one more time and say that Anthony Miller, to me, takes over the number 2 spot for the Bears. I believe he absolutely smashes his yardage from last season, where he only had 423 yards. I believe he goes over 1,000. I'm going there. Another one of my bold predictions. He goes over 1,000. And the other thing I want to point out is there was a beautiful video done by Brett Coleman on Mitch Trubisky. Okay, you can go find his YouTube channel. He does film analysis, and he basically talked about the fact that one of the receivers that struggled because Mitch was inaccurate at times, which I've admitted that Mitch has accuracy issues, is Anthony Miller. Anthony Miller with Mitch Trubisky had almost 300 yards that was missed. So you add 300 yards to his 400, or you add 700, and take the progression in year 2, you can see I'm not crazy to think that he can hit $1,000 in terms of receiving yardage, okay? What kicker performing the best? Yo, great question, Kasim. I need to talk about the kicker, and I will in a second. Sorry, I had to take a little sip there. So, kicker, Elliott Fry, Eddie Pinheiro. Both of them are actually performing really well. I believe Eddie Pinheiro hit a 60 and a 63-yarder in practice. Yes, I think that's right. As far as what I saw, Eddie Pinheiro has been the better kicker, and I believe he is going to win the starting job. Like I've said, Elliott Fry, though, has been decent as well, but Eddie Pinheiro's just got a bigger leg. He's just got a bigger leg. He's just got a stronger leg, and I believe he is going to win the starting job. Am I confident in him? More so than Elliott Fry, I believe so. But still, my choice would have been the veteran, Matt Bryan. I've been driving that bandwagon since the offseason started. But the kickers have been doing much better. They started off very poorly, but they've been much, much better. And Eddie Pinheiro, I believe, wins the starting job. Don't forget to put Patterson back there. Yeah, Cordell Patterson. Everybody forgets about Cordell Patterson, but he absolutely is going to be utilized in this offense. I can't wait till Matt Nagy finds ways to utilize him. It's literally like making me salivate. I don't know if that sounds weird to you guys, but Matt Nagy is an absolute offensive genius. And you take a guy like a Cordell Patterson who can play running back, who can play receiver, who can kick return, who can do everything on the field and more. And just thinking about the ways that Matt Nagy will utilize this man is just crazy to me. Okay, so I can't wait. I believe he's listed as a receiver right now. That's just my gut, okay? Everybody smash that thumbs up button. Yes, please, if you haven't, please smash the thumbs up, like button. I would really appreciate that. What's the name of the channel you just mentioned? I think you're talking about the Brett Coleman channel, BRETT Coleman. You can go check it out on YouTube. You just search for it. You should have there. Jawan Wims. I just saw his name. Oh, I saw one article that Wims could be trade bait. Excuse me. So Jawan Wims, I've gotten a few questions on him. And here's my thing. There's just not enough playing time. The top 3 receiving spots are locked with Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, and Anthony Miller. I believe Anthony Miller will be the number 2. And after that, you've got Riley Ridley. I said it right this time, guys. Okay. And you've got Marvin Hall. So that's already 5 right there. And then Wims with Marvin Hall, he could pass him up on the depth chart. But then again, you've got 3, your 3 starting receiver spots are set. And when you run 2 wide receiver or 3 wide receiver sets, Wims is not going to play. So it's going to be very limited playing time unless an injury happens. So, Justin, I don't think he gets a decent amount of playing time unless some circumstances occur, which is an injury, which is, essentially special situations where, we want to utilize his talent. But for the most part, we've got our receiving core or we've got our starters, so it's hard. So there you have it, folks. So, again, I want to quickly ask you guys about the Fantasy Football League. I don't know how many of you guys got into the league, but I can do another league with a buy-in. If you guys want that, or I can do another league with just a free league even. But buying, I'm telling you, folks, when money is involved, it tends to make the league a bit more interesting. Okay, you definitely try a lot harder. Okay, so let me know if you guys want that. But any other questions, let me know what you guys have for me. I'm going to answer question for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to sign off. So go ahead and ask as many questions as you guys want. Bears, NFL, NBA, and much more. Okay. He's not taking a starter spot for sure, but can get in on some plays when they need a breather. Yeah, that's what I mentioned. He'll absolutely get in on those plays where, one of our starters needs to get out. How do you like Trubisky praising both kickers after making 24 out of 20 combined field goals on Saturday? I love it. Quarterback's one position on your team that you need some sort of leadership qualities from. That is why I hated Jay Cutler's guts, because as much as people wanted to talk about his talent, he never had any leadership abilities or leadership skills. And so for me, leadership is very important to quarterback. I love seeing that from Mitch. So he absolutely is doing the right thing by praising the kickers. Give him the confidence, man. Pat him on the back. Kicker psyche, it's all mental. It's all up here. That's why I talked about it in my kicker video. I said, listen, whoever you go with, whether it's Fry, whether it's Panero, whether it's a free agent, whoever you go with, make sure you stick with that kicker, because you are not pulling that kicker out the second he misses a field goal, because then we're just playing a revolving door with kickers, okay? Telling you that right now. You absolutely can't do that. It's all mental for a kicker to gone. We've seen good kickers in this league, folks, go sideways. Dan Bailey, one of the best kickers in NFL history for the Cowboys, when he went left, it was gone. And now I don't think he even has a job. Or is he on the Vikings? I don't remember. Okay, but point being is you got to trust and give the kicker confidence. So whoever we go with, we better stick with them. And as much as I am mad about the fact that we had Cody Parkey last season and we did stick with him, if he makes that kick, it's all over. Okay, so to me, I'm not saying no, I'm saying don't panic the second he misses one kick. Okay, one field goal, whatever. Be patient, and the leash has to be a little longer than you would like. That's all I'm saying. Jay, how about the tight end out of Princeton? Which tight end are you referring to? Please comment down below. What about Kareth White? A lot of these guys, not that much of a catch for the Bears in terms of them being able to make an impact this season. I just don't see it as much. So to me, they're fringe players. Some of these may not even make the roster. So let me know. Do you guys lose sound? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Leave a comment down below if you can hear me. All 11 defense starters will be on the field tomorrow together. What are your expectations? The defense is going to be